And welcome back to Kaunas in Lithuania. We are in day 3 of the European Classic Powerlifting Championships. The sub-junior element is now over, and what a wonderful 2.5 days we've had. We had drama almost from the first lift, certainly through to the very last lift, because if you'd been with us earlier, you'd have seen the Dutch lifter with a world record deadlift attempt of 306 kilos to win the gold medal. He got it to the top, he locked it out, and then he just moved slightly forward before he got the down command. And as a result of that, he lost the title. We are now about to start the junior competition, and as you can see on the screen, the referees are just being introduced. We have 3 classes back to back. In fact, I think it may be 4 classes back to back. The first flight is the under 53 and the under 59 classes. And I am joined in the commentary booth by a new colleague for this session. Big welcome to Lucia Puricelli. Welcome, Lucia.
Well, thank you very much, Martin. No, it's great to be here. Great to actually be in this seat for once. It's a first time for me, so we'll see how it goes.
And you're not lifting yourself this week, I understand, but you have got a particular interest in one of the lifters in the second flight.
I do, yes. No, I'm not lifting this year. I'm just here to support. My partner is actually lifting in the 66 kilo class. Plutis Kumi, aka Spud, for all those that know him. So, yes, special interest for me in this one.
Well, of course, special circumstances apply, and when Spud is out lifting, you're allowed to be as biased as you like.
Oh, thank you.
The bar is now being loaded for the first lifter, and he will be in the 53 kilo class, and it's Dmitry Makar from Russia, and he is opening on 115 kilos. First lift of the junior competition. And looks like a good lift to get the junior competition underway.
That's fantastic. That is actually 10 kilos under his current PB, so we'll be looking to smash that today, I think.
I would think so. And next up, we stay in the 53 kilo class, and it's Joshua Jacob representing France, and boy, oh boy, did France have a great sub-junior competition. His PB 135, he's opening 10 kilos below. That looked strong as well, Lucia.
That did. 3 white lights, very good. Continuing the French good lifting of this competition so far.
Not only have they been very, very strong, but the technique has been excellent in all the lifters.
They have come through with some amazing lifters these last few years.
Now, Piotr Bilicki, from Poland. Next up, the remaining lifters are in the 59 kilo class, and the weight in the bar is 125 kilos. If you do hear any sneezes in the background, it's me with a cold, I'm afraid. Apologies for that. Had to work a bit for an opener, but I think it's good. 3 white lights.
Again, that was only 7.5 below his PB, so potentially looking to chip that on the next one.
Now, Ali Afzal, Great Britain, not a lifter I've commented on before. Have you seen him lift before, Lucia?
I have, yes. I actually spotted and loaded him at the British Championships last month. Very good lifter, internationally renowned as well. He's been to a few international competitions.
Oh, lovely and deep. Oh, that's very smooth.
That
very
was
easy.
very quick.
Yeah, it's just talking about these championships, 3 white lights. Those were the ones that Jim McGill and Fred McKenzie organised up in the
Indeed, they were,
northeast.
yes.
I should have been there to be speaker and referee, but I had a very, very good excuse for not going. I got a part in a feature film.
Oh, well,
So
what an excuse.
that had to take priority. Now, Rostislav Babyuk, Ukraine, experienced lifter.
The Ukraine team, again, another very strong team, I think.
Yeah. We've seen him a number of times as a sub-junior, but he's 19 years old now in the juniors. Looks good.
Ooh.
No, they called him in depth. Let's have a look at that again. My first reaction was it was deep enough. The Ukrainians tend to go deep enough and no further.
I think that was slightly borderline. It probably could have gone either way.
Yeah. Which explains the 2-1. Now, Lorena Solas from Lithuania. A Lithuanian with only 6 letters in their name is a blessing for a commentator.
It is.
Came up nice and strong with it. Look for the lights, and it's 2-1. The German referee on the far side called it high. Just a reminder that if you see a little red under the big red, it means it was called for lack of depth. William Kovac from Czech Republic. PB 180 on the bar, 157.5. Should be quite conservative. But sometimes these lifters have come down a class and the PB relates to what they got in the higher weight class, so can sometimes be misleading. Other times they've trained on so much that the PB is almost irrelevant. I think I'll wait for the referees on that one. 2-1. Centre referee called it in depth. 2 side referees said it was good.
There was a bit of a sticking point there coming up, but if you can drive those knees forward, I think he's got a few more kilos in that.
Now, Julien Gutierrez, another French lifter, 23 years old, final year as a junior competitor.
And he's opening only 2.5 kilos below his squat PB, so expect some big numbers from him today.
Yeah, it must be feeling good. Very solid opener. 3 white lights. And next we've got Kosteski from Poland. Arkadiusz Kosteski, 165 kilos.
So this is actually 5 kilos over his current PB, so wonder what we'll see from him today.
Looks very calm as he comes to the platform. Remember, all but the first 2 lifters out are in the 59 kilo class. Kosteski weighing in at 57.8. So he's actually the lightest in the class. So if anything comes down to body weight, the Pole will have the advantage. Yes, I think that broke parallel.
That was lovely.
3 white lights. 1 more to go in the first round. And that is Denis Pavlov from Russia. Well, we've commented on Pavlov several times before. PB of 177.5, and he's opening up 12.5 kilos below that. but nonetheless the highest opener. Looks good again. In the SBD Russia singlet. Into the second round. Everyone bar Babiuk has got a green light against their name on the scoreboard. And it was just a matter of depth with Babiuk. It wasn't strength. He's gone up 2.5 kilos. And I expect him to be fine. But this is Dmitry Makar from Russia, 122.5 kilos for his second attempt. Remember, the first two lifters are in the 53 kilo class. The remainder in this flight are in the 59s. Then we move on to the 66s. And 3 white lights.
That was a very easy second attempt. He'll be looking to increase his PB, I think, on his third.
Yes, I would imagine so. Now Joshua Jakob, already assured of gold in squat. Sorry, not assured of gold in squat because we're only in second round. But this will give him a big advantage. I'm getting close to his PB as well, Lucia, if he makes this.
He is, yes, 135, so only 2.5 kilos below.
I wonder, is it reasonable to expect that the juniors deliver as much drama and as many records as the sub-juniors? It's probably unrealistic because the last 2.5 days have been quite wonderful for anyone that loves the sport of powerlifting. Oh no! No, just lost his balance.
Well done to the spotters and loaders there for catching that.
Yeah, watch, we'll get the replay. He just went too much on his heels and he was gone.
He's got another attempt at that though, so.
And I think the platform crew can be grateful he's a 59 kilo lifter and not a 159 kilo lifter.
Yes, if that had happened this morning, I think it would have been a much different story.
No. Piotr Biliski from Poland. We got a pole in the, 2 poles rather in the 59s. Biliski taking 132.5. That will equal his personal best.
Ooh,
No.
Just a bit too heavy there.
He just seemed a little bit loose when he went right down, and perhaps if he's a little bit tighter next time. Just watch, he just seemed to lose his tightness. Got the rebound and then nothing after that.
No, he's got another attempt, so we'll see what he does on his third.
Now Ali Absol, his second attempt. 137.5. 300 pounds in old money. You can see in the back Ministry of Education, Sport and Science, and the Lithuanian Ministry has been very supportive of this championship. It looks good. Three white lights for Absol. And next up we've got Babiuk. Well, this is the only red light in the first round. He's only put it up 2.5 kilos, so this should be good. But if for any reason it wasn't, he will be under huge pressure next time. First year as a full junior, out of the sub-juniors this year. Just needs to go a little deeper. Do you think he did?
That looked a lot better to me. Yep.
And it looked a lot better to the referees as well. 3 white lights. We breathe a sigh of relief. Everyone moves forward in the competition. Now Saulis from Lithuania. I've just listened to the speaker and it's Saulis. So one trick for commentators, if it's a Lithuanian lifter, try and listen to the speaker before you announce the name yourself.
That's why I'm leaving the names to you.
So this is so. Funnily enough, Ralph leaves the names to me as well. Oh, I think that was good.
Yep. Good solid lift there.
William Kovac from Czechoslovakia. Sorry, not Czechoslovakia. Czech Republic or Czechia. 162.5 on the bar. A few of them been quite conservative today, Lucia, with regard to their PBs.
Well, his current PB, according to our score sheet here, is 180, so he potentially might not be feeling great today. Yeah. But his lifts have looked solid so far.
The information we've got will either be accurate or out of date because it's gone higher. You can pretty much assume it's not too high an estimate, if you like. He will have done that in the information he submitted. Battled it up, quite close to the border. What do the referees say? They all like it. It was south of the border, 3 white lights. Gutierrez from France.
And this will be a PB for the French lifter if he gets this.
Yeah, he was just below it with his opener by 2.5 kilos. He's passed it by 2.5 kilos for his second. Julien Gutierrez.
I think he's been quite conservative with a 5 kilo jump here.
And this will put him into first place in the squat. But of course there are lifters to follow. That's good as well.
That was very smooth, consistent all the way down, Anna.
And of course all these lifters have half an eye on the individual medals and the other half of the eye on the bigger prize. And now we have Denis Pavlov representing Russia, 172.5. He's gone up 7.5 kilos, whereas the Pole Kosteski has gone up 10. But this will put Pavlov into the lead with 1 lift remaining. I think I'll wait for the referees in that one. No. Often when you see them leaning forward, the lean forward causes the hips to come back up. Just watch again, look at the lean. And because of the lean, it creates the illusion of depth. But biomechanically, the hips rise. And that's why I waited. Nothing worse than saying you think it was high and the lifter gets 3 whites and
exactly.
you feel like you've disrespected the lifter. So I tend to say nowadays, I think I'll wait. And this is Kosteski.
So this is actually 15 kilos above his PB, so he's having a very good day so far.
And this will take the lead. And it'll give him a big lead over Pavlov because Pavlov is taking 172.5 again. This is actually for the gold medal because the 2 challengers have both gone 172.5. So squat gold with this lift.
Oh.
No. And at the end of the second round squats, it's Gutierrez from France that leads with 167.5. Kosteski and Pavlov both missed their second attempts. Into the third rounds, back in the under 53s. And Makar of Russia is going 130 kilos, as you thought he would, Lucia. New PB if he gets it, by 5 kilos. Is he just in, do you think?
Lovely.
Yes, he is.
Some
3
very
white
good squatting
lights.
for him today. And that is, yeah, 5 kilo PB.
And now the other 53 kilo lifter up now. Joshua Jacob from France. Retaking 132.5. Because if you remember, he fell backwards last time. Put too much weight in his heels, lost balance. Just emphasizes how important your foot position and foot balance is in the squat. Because if you get it slightly wrong, there's a huge weight across your shoulders that'll just pull you out of position.
Well, it was fast enough.
I think I'll wait for that one. And it's 3 white lights. It was fast.
3 white lights in the gold medal squat there.
Yeah, it was good enough to get him gold by 2.5 kilos. We move into the 59 kilo class for the remaining 8 lifters. First up is Bieliski from Poland, and he missed 132.5 last time, taking the same weight again. No.
Just a bit too heavy today.
Same weight as the last time, essentially the same lift as the last time. A reminder for everyone watching, at the end of this round of squats, we move straight into Flight 2. Flight 2 will be the 66 kilo class. This is Ali Afzal, his third and final attempt, 142.5. Slightly below his PB today.
Slightly below, but all of his squats have been very consistent today.
Yep.
So I expect this to move just as well.
And that's good. You were absolutely right. And can we ask the question, why didn't he go higher?
I know, I don't know. That moved almost like an opener, so.
Well, you took the words right out of my mouth to paraphrase the song. But yeah, I mean, that looked as it could have been an opener. Now, Babayuk, the only one that was in trouble after the first round, he's gone up another 5 kilos. And this will leave him in 6th place in squat. Well, it was deeper than the other 2, but he didn't get back up from it. So he is only 1 out of 3, but that's good enough to move forward.
He's on the board.
And now Saulis. 155 for the Lithuanian. He's just gone up by the minimum increment, 2.5 kilos.
Well, this will absolutely smash his current squat PB of 135.
Yeah, he's beaten it with every lift. And this will give him a 20 kilo PB. Oh, that's a good battle.
The determination in that lift.
3 white lights. 4 lifters to go. Kovac, Czechia, 167.5. He's another one well below his PB today. some are opening 10 kilos past it, some are closing 12.5 kilos short of it.
Sometimes it just depends how you feel on the day.
Exactly.
Not every day will be the same.
Exactly. So this to go into silver medal in squat. Currently lying just outside the medals in 4th place. But of course 3 lifters to follow who could push him back down again. But this is for a good chance of a medal overall. Oh, that was a good fight as well. I'm going to wait for the referees again. 2-1, it's a good lift. He is delighted. Look at the joy as he runs off the platform. Was it joy or was it relief?
Maybe a bit of both.
Yeah.
But that's more of what a third attempt, I think, should look like. It's a perfect number, I think, for the day.
Julian Gutierrez, 172.5, leading the squat after the second round. Whether he gets gold is nothing to do with him. This will not advance him. And if either of the two that missed their second lifts make it next time round, they will overtake him. One by bar weight, both by bar weight. In fact, they're both 175. That looked good. 3 white lights.
So that puts them into 1st place for squat for now. But we'll see what happens.
Yeah, 2 lifters to go. Either or both of them could take squat gold, but remember, both of them missed last time. Kosteski missed 175, he's taking it again. Pavlov, who follows him, missed 172.5 and has increased the weight. If he gets this, Kosteski will win squat gold because he is lighter on body weight than Pavlov, and there will be nothing Pavlov can do as regards the squat competition, although obviously he wants the extra kilos for the total. So Arkadiusz Kosteski for possible gold. No,
not quite today.
Couldn't get it back, and I'm not sure about the depth either, but that becomes irrelevant. And now there is 1 to go, and remember, after this we are straight on to the 66 class. This is Denis Pavlov, and he is trying to lift 2.5 kilos more than he missed last time to win squat gold. And perhaps more importantly for Pavlov, to put 10 kilos on his total. Look at the shoulder flexibility, thumbs actually touching the shoulders. Oh, that's a great fight. We wait for the referee's decision, and it is 3 white lights, and Pavlov from Russia takes gold in squats. Gutierrez from France takes silver, and Kovac from the Czech Republic, who went 3 out of 3, takes the bronze with 167.5. Well, look who's on stage now, Lucia. You're allowed to be biased.
Oh, thank you.
This is Plutus Kumi, known to all and sundry as Spud. And he is first out, 175 kilos on the bar. Looks good. 3 white lights, do you approve?
I do approve, yes.
Tell me something. Does he know you're commentating on him?
I'm not sure actually. I did mention it, but I don't know whether they took it in or not. So we'll see.
Now we get Alex Cremens from Ireland. 175 for Kremens as well, and he is lighter than Kumi, so we'll move ahead of him on body weight if he makes his opener. Of course, we always like to see a solid column of green in the first round. That means every lifter can relax in terms of the dreaded bomb and can move onwards and upwards in the competition. That looked good.
That was a lovely opener.
A lot of the lifters here are between 175 and 200. Two stand out. Chizikov, the Russian, is opening 217.5 kilos. But Savalyu, the Belarusian, is opening on 233, which will be a new European junior record by half a kilo. Now this is Alain Jost from Switzerland, first Swiss lifter we've seen this week.
This will be a 5 kilo PB on his opener.
Wow. Well, that looked very easy for a PB, didn't it?
Very good. 3 white lights?
3 whites, yeah. Now here is an old friend from last year, Jesus Javier Carante Perez. I know you wanted to say that, but you can say it next time. And like virtually every Spaniard who is here, he is a great deadlifter. His brother lifted yesterday in the sub-juniors. And that looks good. 3 white lights. If there's any names you particularly want to do, Lucia, that you find a little bit of a challenge, feel free. This is Mikhail Jasak from Poland, and he's opening on 180 kilos. Well, that was nice and deep.
3 white lights.
Now Florian Nativel, La France, 185 kilos. Looking very relaxed and matter of fact about the whole thing, isn't he?
Yeah. It's interesting to see different lifters' takes on approaching the bar.
Think we'll wait for the referees? No, I just thought sometimes the silence from the commentary booth can be very telling, and my initial reaction was I was a little high, and the replay does nothing to make me change my mind.
He holds quite a wide stance, and I think for that you do have to go slightly deeper.
Now this is Jerez from Spain. I'll have to speak to Paco soon. I don't even know which order these 3 names come in. I think it's Alberto Jerez Francis, is it? Everyone around shrugs their shoulders. Some shrug their faces. But it is 3 white lights. And we've got Sergei Chizikov, the Russian, 217.5 kilos on the bar. Now, normally Chizikov would probably expect to be that far ahead, 17.5 kilos ahead of the field on openers, but not today. He's not. He's pretty much that behind.
These are some very impressive openers from 66 kilo junior class.
Yeah. Thought he was going to lift the whole rack there, not just the bar. 217.5. This is so big for a 66 kilo lifter lifting classic. Oh, that's good. And more in the tank?
Definitely. That's 10 kilos below his PB, so expect that to be
Now we have an attempt on the European junior squat record with his opening attempt for Artyom Savalov from Belarus. $233 kilos. And he skips to the bar. He's bouncing all over the platform.
He's ready.
Oh boy. I felt that bar jarring into his back myself. Gets the command. Oh, that's nice and deep.
Oh my goodness.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
That was lovely.
Well, it's actually below his personal best. Remembering that you can only set a European or world record at an international championship. So clearly he's been past that before at a Belarusian championship. And I think we can expect him to go a little bit higher.
That was too easy for a record.
Alex Cremens from Ireland, first out in the second round, 182.5. Everyone bar Natavel has a green light against their name. 182.5, just over 400 pounds. That looks good. And Kremen's only 20 years old. He's still a young junior. Plenty of development still to come in the juniors before he goes open. Unless he's Ilya Marichev that we interviewed yesterday, who very confidently stated that he was going straight from the sub-juniors to the open. And what a lifter he is. And I don't think we've ever seen anyone more confident. A great personality, and the more we can have of them, the better. Now this is Natavel taking 185 again, the only red light in the flight, and he just needs to go a little bit deeper, and we can breathe a sigh of relief, and everyone can move forward. I'm not sure. People are nodding and shaking heads and looking at each other. And he gets it, 2-1. Well, he is playing a very dangerous game there. But the scoreboard doesn't give descriptions. And he has a green light against his name. Now, Plutus Kumi again. 185 on the bar for him. Close to his PB, Lucia?
It is close to his PB, just 2.5 kilos away from it. He squatted 190 recently at the British Junior Championships. so I think he's looking to go a bit heavier than that this time.
Well, the camera crew give that the thumbs up. You know, the centre referee didn't. She called that for yellow, which would probably be downward movement, because he certainly didn't go ahead of him. I have no idea what that was for. If it was soft knees, it would have been blue. If it was depth, it would have been red. Now, Alain Jost, it matters not. He got two whites
got the lift.
and he moves forward. Alain Jost from Switzerland. Well, we're flying through this today. Yesterday morning, we had 33 lifters and we had 3 flights back to back to back. And it was hugely exciting, but also very, very long. No issues with depth there, I don't
that
think.
was very solid.
And 3 white lights.
Also a 12.5 kilo PB there on a second attempt.
Yeah, that's good going. 5 left in the second round. Jacek from Poland is up next. 1:85. Again, personal best by 2.5 kilos. And after this, we've got Krante Perez. Two to one, it's good. Now the other Spanish lifter, Jerez, I should say. Alberto Jerez, I'm told it is pronounced, by Spanish-speaking Scottish friend. Well, friend is a little bit forward on me, perhaps.
Oh dear.
Long-term acquaintance.
I see.
He's the man who put the quint in acquaintance. But this is Jerez, 215 kilos. That looks good. I think it was just in. See if the referees agree. Yes, they do. 3 white lights. Oh, I'm sorry. That was Krante Perez. I'm jumping ahead with my Spaniards. That was Jesus Krante Perez. And this next lifter is Alberto Jerez. My apologies for getting my Spaniards in a muddle. $215 kilos on the bar. Yes, I think that little dip got him in. He likes it, he's happy. Referees like it, they're all happy as well. And now Chizikov, 225 kilos. Almost at his personal best. And then we'll have another European junior record attempt by Savalier. Chizikov, squat is probably his best event of the 3. Bench his least favorite.
As with many lifters.
Oh, that's good. Was that a comment from the heart, Lucia?
No, I actually quite like Ben. Just
Good.
deadlift's my bad one.
And now, Artyom Savaliu, 242.5 kilos on the bar. Remember, he set a new European junior record with 233. He's decided not to bother chipping it. I would have gone 243 if I was him, just because that 0.5 of a kilo can be worth 2.5 kilos in final total. But he's bouncing and he's confident again. And you just wonder how close to the world record he might get if he makes this look easy. Look at the bar actually bending.
Oh, goodness.
Oh, that has to be good, surely. Yeah, 3 wide lights. Another European junior record by Savaliu. And we have 1 round of squats to go. Then just a reminder, there'll be a 10-minute break while we set up the platform for bench press. And then we'll be back with flight 1. But first of all, round 3 of squats. Flight 2, Alex Cremens, Ireland. 187.5 kilos on the bar. Set a PB with 182.5 last time round. This is to add another 5. Oh, what a good fight.
Smiles there halfway up.
What a good fight. There comes a point in the lift where you think,
Where you
I'm going to
know.
get it.
Yeah. It's a good start to his competition, 3 for 3.
Now, Natavel. You know, I'm hesitant to say this. Commentators curse and all that. But the only red in this whole flight so far has been Natavel's opener, which was failed in depth. No one other than that has missed a lift so far. And I see that Plutus has done what you expected he would do, go over 190.
Yeah.
192.5 on the bar for him when his time comes. No, it was deeper, and because it was deeper, it didn't come back up, and the commentator's curse
Yes.
strikes again. I just shouldn't have said that.
You
should I?
shouldn't. He's on the board though.
The whole French team will be down on me like a ton of bricks for that. Yeah, he got the depth okay, just couldn't bring it back. Now, let's check we got our Spaniards correct. This is Jesus Javier Carante Perez, 190 on the bar. And this will move him from 5th to 4th place. Oh, good battle. 2-1.
Lovely.
Centre referee called it for red.
Got a bit of a chest pump there from the Spanish
Yeah.
coach.
You get a fist pump for the first one, a hug for the second one, and a chest pump for the third. Only if you're Spanish.
Only if he's Spanish.
Now, Alain Jost from Switzerland, huge PBs already today, and he came in, what, PB 172.5? This is 190. Do the math. Looks good. Well, he's been strong today. 3 white lights.
He's happy with that.
Oh, another race off the platform. One of the suggestions is actually we have a camera to catch the athletes as they're coming off,
That
so
would be good.
we can experience their joy along with them. Now, Mikkel Jacek, Poland, also 190 in the bar. 6th place, and he can't improve on that simply because of body weight. The 3rd lifter to go 190. 4th, 5th and 6th are all in 190. No, just too much.
He got a PB on his 2nd attempt.
Now, shall I let you commentate on the next lift? Off you go.
Okay, so we have Plutis Kumi of Great Britain going 192.5, and this will be a PB for him.
It'll also move him into 4th place in squat. Just outside the top 3 that are like 30 kilos ahead, but certainly this to be the best of the rest, and a good 4th place. Just too heavy on the day.
Just a bit too heavy today.
But he did 190 just at the beginning of November.
Yeah,
and
so our British Championships, they're at the end of October, so...
It's difficult, beginning of November, sorry, I should have said, yeah. It's difficult to peak for 2 big championships, only a month apart, isn't it? Now, Alberto Erath, 220 kilos. Sure of the bronze medal in squat, but obviously building his total as well.
These are some massive squats for 66 juniors.
Yeah, and he's got an eye in the bigger picture because he will be battling with Chisikov for overall silver. A battle that will go down to the last deadlift, so this is vital. Oh, I think that's good. Not sure sticking your tongue out at the referee helps, but he gets it. 2-1. The judge from Germany called it high. Let's have a look at it again. What do you think, Lucia? Difficult to see with the spotters in the way, isn't it?
I would say that was a good lift.
Well, so did 2 of the referees.
So
Now, Sergei Chisikov. This will be a new personal best for him. This was within 2.5 kilos of the old European junior record, but it's 12.5 kilos behind it now. And in a couple of minutes, it may be 20.5 kilos behind it. But Chisikov can only do what he can do, and this is to build kilos. This is to put another 5 onto his total. Oh, that was a good fight. How a 3rd squat should be. And now we have another European junior record attempt, but it's not just a European junior record attempt, it's a European Open record as well. The European Open record stands at 250. This is 250.5. And this will give 21-year-old Artyom Savolyu the European Open record, if he can make it. Final squat of the session. Huge, huge weight.
This is a massive weight for a 66-kilo man. It's just crazy.
Well, no 66-kilo European man of any age has lifted this much before. And this 21-year-old is trying to do it. Gets the squat command. Oh, I think he cut the depth. I'll wait for the referees, but that was my initial reaction.
Yeah, it's just a bit too high, but it moved fast. But
the strength is there, but then, you know, if he'd gone that bit deeper, maybe he wouldn't have got it started. he still finishes as the European junior record holder, and he has put 10 kilos onto the European junior record. What a really fascinating session we've had.
It's very interesting indeed, and like it just what's going to happen with this bench and the deadlifts.
Well, we'll find out in 10 minutes' time. Please join us then. Welcome back to Kaunas in Lithuania. You rejoin us for the bench press in the first afternoon of competition for the junior men. We have the junior men 53 to 66 kilos in 2 flights, if you hadn't been with us earlier. Flight 1 is the 53 and 59 kilo classes, and flight 3 is the 66 class. We've just seen a fantastic squat competition which ended up with Savaliu, the Belarusian, in the 66 kilo class, breaking the European junior squat record twice and attempting the open European record, and only missing out on depth. He managed to bring it back up again, but sadly for him, all 3 referees and both commentators and the whole camera crew called it on depth. But a superb performance nonetheless, and a great way to start off the junior competition. And joined again in the commentary booth by Lucia Poricelli. Welcome back, Lucia.
Thank you, Martin.
You've enjoyed the experience so far?
I have, it's been really good.
You haven't run away in the break?
I haven't run away, no. We still have a bit tough time to go though.
And we're in the 53 kilo class for the first lifter, and it's Dmitry Makar from Russia, 75 kilos, and that's good. And next up we've got
and that was 3 white lights there.
yeah, we've got Afzal Ali up next for Great Britain. Well, his PB is 105, opening at 92.5. Nice and conservative.
It is a conservative, but he's been very consistent throughout his squats, so we'll see how bench goes.
As you can see, taking time to set up on the bench. Lighter weight juniors with a degree of flexibility that us older guys would, well, if we gave a right arm, we wouldn't be able to bench at all, would we? But you know what I mean. Oh, that was nice and easy.
That was a really lovely lift.
That was a let's get one on the board weight.
It was, and that's 3 white lights.
Next up, we've got Laurenas Saulis, Lithuania.
He's opening only 2.5 kilos below his PB.
Yeah, 92.5 on the bar. PB, as you just saw on the screen, 95 kilos. Well, he's not getting the start command. Referee is telling him his grip
Bit too
is
wide,
too
maybe
wide,
there.
but I guess he's gone before the start command, so really
Or was it his?
that should be the lift over. And she's telling him, no, go back, you can still do it.
He's got 10
But
seconds.
yeah, he's going to be timed out. And that is time.
Oh,
No, he was timed out.
timed out there.
Well, there was a lot of confusion. I actually think if he's gone before the start command,
Potentially. I'm not sure whether it was something to do with his knees, maybe gripping the bench or with his feet,
yeah.
grabbing the bottom of the bench.
But whatever he did, he went before the
Yeah.
start command, didn't he?
Yes.
So, but the referee said he could keep going,
I
which
don't know.
slightly confuses me.
Well, he's got another 2 attempts at that.
He
so-
has. Not that that'll sort my confusion out.
No, but hopefully his coaches will be talking about it now.
I think the head referee is talking to the jury about it, and what she's saying is his knees were touching, feet and knees were in contact with the bench. And of course they should be in that position or wider. This is Jacob, 95 kilos for the French lifter, and that is good.
And that's 3 lights, 3 white lights even.
Yeah, the rules of performance in bench press says the feet mustn't touch the bench, and I think the knees can incidentally graze the bench, but they mustn't grip it.
You can't grip it, no. And I think the same with the feet on the bottom of the bench as well. So
now Julien Gutierrez of France is next up, 97.5. Both the 53s have now gone, so everyone else in the first round is in the 59s. Oh, it looks nice and easy. Just looking ahead as well, Lucia. That was 3 white lights. I'm looking at Savalou in the 66s. He's opening his bench in 135. European junior record is 140.
well, that could get broken today as well.
Back to the 59s, and Kosteski is opening 100 kilos. Yeah, it looks nice and easy.
That was a very easy opener. 3 white lights.
Piotr Biliski. He's opening on 100 kilos,
So
representing Poland.
So this is only 5 kilos under his PB. Oh, he's been called to rack that.
Yeah, the rule is if you don't get the signal within 5 seconds, you have to re-rack and start again. And the side referees didn't put their hands down. So the Polish coach asked why. He goes again, but the clock is ticking down. 3, 2, 1. She gets the command on 1. Oh, how close was that?
3 whites.
And the scoreboard records none of the drama. It just shows a good lift of 100 kilos. Now, Rostislav Babyuk, Ukraine, 105 kilos on the bar. Had problems with the squat, only got 1 in. But 1 was all he needed to progress in the competition. He'll be hoping for an easier ride on the bench than he had on the squat.
That was a very comfortable opener.
Yeah.
3 white lights.
He'll be glad of that after the troubles in the squat. William Kovac from Czechia, 107.
So his personal best on this lift is 120 kilos, so I imagine he'll be getting quite close to that with his 3rd.
Yeah. And I've just realized I take back what I said about Savalou and the 66s because I was looking at the 59 records. So we may well see an attack on the records, but it's somewhat more than 140 that will have to be attacked. And again, he didn't get the start
He's getting a
command.
lot of this
He's
in the
re-racking.
59s.
Well, if he's not ready, which could be that the bum isn't on the bench or the feet aren't flat, then the referees can't really put their hands down. Hands are still up.
He timed out there.
Yeah. Well, the coach should really be
seeing
trying to find out why. But that is a red against the name of Kovac.
I have a feeling that might have been for his elbows not being slightly locked out potentially.
Could be. Could be elbows, could be feet, could be butt not lowered onto the bench. But whatever. Denis Pavlov, last man out in the first round, 125 kilos on the bar.
Again, opening very close to his current PB of 130 kilos.
Yeah, must be feeling good. Often amazes me how people so small can bench so much, when us bigger guys have to develop so much pec muscle in order to move the weight, and these guys at sort of half the body weight just throw up weights that are not dissimilar.
So we got 3 white lights for that. That was a very comfortable opener.
And we're into the second round. Makar from Russia will be first out again. 80 kilos on the bar this time.
So this will equal his current bench press PB.
Looks good.
3 white lights.
Now Šolis from Lithuania, 92.5 kilos.
So we'll see if he's figured out the technical issue for this.
He was one of the ones that was timed out, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was. He got the lift off twice, but never the start command.
Well,
so
let's have a look again. Well, the feet and knees are certainly clear this time. Hands are still up, elbows are locked.
no.
I don't know. Oh, well, he started again. That should be failure for starting before the command. I don't know what they're holding him for.
Not, yeah, they've stopped him there now.
I'm totally confused. Not confused that he's had to leave the platform, because he did start before the command. Confused by the reason why he's not been given the start command. But we move on, and the next one up is Afzal Ali, and he's going with 97.5 kilos. And the Lithuanian coach is going to the head referee, which shouldn't really happen. They should be going to the jury, and the jury should ask. If I was the coach, I'd be going to the jury and asking for another lift. But there's total confusion there. Well, the Lithuanian thinks he's coming out again,
no,
but he's not. It's been loaded for
this is very
Afzal.
confusing. So this is Afzal Ali of Great Britain now coming out.
Maybe the technical secretary will be able to help us in a couple of minutes to explain what's happened there. But certainly the feet were on the floor, the knees were away from the bench, the arms were locked out, the head was on the bench, the butt seemed to be on the bench, I don't know what other reason you might give for not giving the start signal. But this is Absol. He gets a start command. Just to clarify the rules, that's good. Just to clarify the rules, if the side referees do not put their hands down within 5 seconds of the lifter taking the bar, then the head referee must instruct the lifter to replace the bar. But in those circumstances, they should tell the lifter why they weren't given the start signal, and that doesn't appear to have happened. It's not the head referee's fault if the side referees do not put their hands down. The head referee is obliged to signal for the bar to be replaced.
So this is Joshua Jacob from France.
Thank you for taking us back to the actual lifter on the platform.
That's fine. So this is 2.5 kilos below his current PB of 105 kilos. And that's 3 white lights, a very comfortable second attempt there.
Now Julian Gutierrez is next, 102.5 on the bar. Again, look at the flexibility there. Well, you're probably fine. You can probably do that.
I have a bit of an arch,
but
maybe not as extreme as Oh, that was a lovely second attempt.
Yeah.
And 3 white lights.
Kostecki is up next. 2 Polish lifters following each other. Kostecki and then Biliski.
So again, a lot of the lifters are getting very close to their PBs, so this is 2.5 kilos below his current PB.
Yes, and we'll be able to judge from the effort in this one whether he can go to or past his PB. But first, of course, he's got to get this lift. I think the answer to that is he is right on his limit.
I would
with
imagine
his second attempt.
It's 3 white lights, but it was a bit of a struggle.
3 white lights, but we suspect that he will go no further. No, that was everything he had. It was a great fight. Now Piotr Biliski.
So this will equal his current bench PB, which is also 105 kilos.
And it'll put him to bronze medal position in the bench press. Lifters to follow, of course.
And that was a very good second attempt. 3 white lights.
3 to go. Babiuk next from the Ukraine. Next 2 lifters both on 107.5. For what it's worth, Biliski is, sorry, it's Kovac I've got to look at.
Kovac here.
He is 58.5. Babiuk 58.6. So Babiuk is the heavier. So this is to put him in silver medal position, coming towards the end of round 2. Oh, that looks good.
And that's 3 white lights for Babia. I find that the list, they've either been 3 whites or not at all in this flight. So we've had some very good bench pressing.
Yeah.
We just need to get these other 2 lifters.
They're either nailing the lift or just doing
Yeah.
something wrong. Well, this is Kovac. And he was also timed out. Now, let's look at what we can see. I don't know if the camera angles might help. If we can see the feet, knees and butt, we'll be part way. So, feet are flat, knees are fine, butt is touching, arms are locked, or are they? Yeah.
It's a bit of a struggle, that.
Should be good though.
It's 3 white lights, so he's on the board.
What a relief.
So next up we have Denis Pavlov with 130 kilos, which actually equals his PB this fall.
Yes, and in the second round as well. And this will open up a big lead in prognosis as well.
And that's 3 whites for Pavlov.
Well, that's put his subtotal to 305 kilos, and he is 30 kilos ahead of the field with 1 bench and 3 deadlifts still to come. Into the third round, Dmitry Makar. And we are back in the 53 kilo class. And Jacob, the French lifter, well ahead with 102.5 in the bench.
So this will be a 2.5 kilo PB. His current PB is 80 kilos.
Well, it's a big ask. Brave fight, but
Not quite
I think
today.
we just got the impression he was pretty much on his limit.
He was, but it's a good to attempt it.
Yeah. Now, well, this is the really big lift in many respects. Saulis from Lithuania. The information we have is that his feet weren't flat on the floor in either of his first 2 attempts, and that's why he didn't get the start command, which is fair enough.
Well, I'd like to think that, considering this is opening weight, that strength will be not an issue. It's just if he gets the command.
He gets the start command. He gets the bench.
And that is...
And he stays in the competition, hopefully.
It is 3
yes,
white
he
lights,
does.
that's in the competition.
Big cheer. Not just the Lithuanians, but by everyone.
By
Nobody
everyone.
wanted to see a junior lifter go out of a competition like that.
No, and I think that is the good thing about powerlifting. Everyone will get behind you.
Ali Absol, 100 kilos. Taking his time to get the bar. Plenty time left though. That's good.
That is very good.
Lovely technique as well.
Very, yes, that's 3 white lights, and I believe that's 6 for 6. So he's having a very good competition so far.
Joshua Jacob, 107.5. This will be a new personal best. This is in the 53 kilo class, of course. Already assured of the gold medal in bench press. No, that's too heavy. Well, he won the gold medal in squat by 2.5 kilos, but he's won the gold medal in bench by 22.5 kilos. And realistically, just needs to get his opening deadlift in, and he is the European champion.
Yes.
Julian Gutierrez, 107.5 kilos.
So this will also be a 2.5 kilo PB should he get this.
That looks strong.
Yep, and that's 3 white lights. That's a nice 2.5 kilo PB for him there as well.
5 lifters to go, and then straight into the 66 class. This is Kosteski, 107.5 for the Polish lifter.
So this will equal his current PB at the moment.
No, that's just proving too much today. And next, the other Polish lifter, Piotr Bielski. And as the speaker has just announced, this will be for a 5 kilo personal best. And this will put him in 2nd place in bench press. With 2 lifters coming in on 112.5, who could push him out of the medals, of course, but they would both need to get it. Oh, that's good.
That was a good PB.
Lovely lockout.
And that is 3 white lights. That's a 5 kilo PB there.
And that 5 kilo PB might bring a possible bench press medal, because to stop him, both Kovac and Babiuk have to make their 3rd round lifts. Both have gone up by 5 kilos, which is quite a big jump from 2nd to 3rd in this weight class. This is Rostislav Babiuk, 112.5. This to put him into 2nd place. Oh, that's good from
Seemed
Babiuk.
good. And that's 3 white lights.
Now Kovac is lighter than Babiuk, and this would put him into silver medal position and push Babiuk down to bronze. But if he doesn't get this, he is no higher than 5th.
It's actually slightly lower than his current PB of 120.
And if he misses this, Biliski from Poland gets the bronze. Oh, that's good. That should be the silver medal. Wait for the referees.
And it's
2 to 1. The referee on the near side gave a yellow, presumably for the butt coming. Oh, yes, it did. Yes, it did. And he got away with one there. And one more bench press in the 59s. Then we move straight to the 66s without a break.
So this will be a 5 kilo PB.
Oh, that looks good.
2 to 1.
Well, the referee on the near side again said buttocks came up. I didn't see that, but we didn't catch the very beginning of the lift, so sometimes I think very newly qualified referees have a tendency to be very strict just to show that they're not missing anything. But it was 2 to 1, and that was good. Now, who have we got next?
So this is Plutus Kumi or Spud of Great Britain, opening at 115. It's slightly below his current PB of 122.5.
But only slightly.
Only slightly.
And there'll be a way to travel during the next 3 lifts. Coach there looking on. You should be happy with that one.
Yeah, 3 whites.
Where do you think you go next time? Maybe 120?
120. Don't want to give any spoilers. Potentially 122.5.
Okay.
But we'll see. We'll see.
We'll know in about 30 seconds time. Now, Alex Cremens from Ireland next out, also on 115.
So this is actually 5 kilos over his current PB of 110. So opening on a PB, he must be feeling good today.
Incidentally, when you're commentating, they're not spoilers, they're insights.
They're inside as well.
A source told me that.
I see.
So Alex Cremens, 115 kilos. And your insights were correct. Kumi has gone 122.5. That was comfortable.
That was a lovely opener. 3 white lights and a nice 5 kilo PB there to start his bench session off.
And the bench dismount that I really envy. I have to make my legs do all sorts of things to get back to the upright position. He just eases himself off. Now Alberto Erath. Did I say that correctly?
I think so.
Erath.
So his current PB is 125 kilos. It's only 5 kilos below that.
And like a lot of the Spanish lifters, very new to the sport. He's only been competing for 1 year. Oh, that was easy.
That flew up.
And Paco has promised us that the Spanish juniors will be even better than the Spanish sub-juniors. And if so, they have a lot to live up to, because the sub-juniors did their country proud. Alain Jost. Well, he got big PBs in the squat.
He did. So his PB on bench is 137.5. So he's opening on 125, which isn't too much lower than that.
Good lift. Wearing the headband so that the heat of the Lithuanian sun doesn't cause sweat to run down into his eyes.
Indeed. Well, that was 3 whites for Michael there.
Michael Yasak, 125 kilos, and he's very close to his PB, Lucia.
He is, so it's 127.5 is his current PB. A lot of these lifters are actually opening quite close to their current PBs, so expect some PBs to be smashed today.
Or some lifts to be missed, one or the other. That's good.
Well, not in this case, I don't think, so that was very easy for an opener.
Yeah, we want to see solid column of green in the first round, and so far that is what we've got.
So Chizikov is actually opening 127.5 kilos, which is his current PB, so he's equaling his PB on this opening attempt.
I'm just looking at the European junior record in this class. It's an unbelievable 213.5 kilos. No one is going to get close to that today.
3 white lights. And no, I don't think, unless your last name is Eddie Berglund, then I don't think so.
Yes, Eddie Berglund is a class apart as a bench presser. And last year, while as a junior in this event, he competed in the Open.
He did. I believe he's fully an Open now, so we'll see what he can do in that weight class.
Indeed.
In that age class even.
And we'll see how long it takes for someone to come close to his record.
So that was 3 white lights. That was actually a PB for him, a 5 kilo PB. His previous PB was 125, so.
Good lifting from Karante Perez and Artyom Savaliu, Belarus, 130 kilos on the bar. He strides purposefully out once again, not as bouncy as for the squats, but purposefully nonetheless.
Started a very smooth opener there. So 3 white lights, started off his bench session well.
Of course, he needed 1 bench and he will need 1 deadlift to secure his squat records. Florian Nativel, La France, 145, last lifter out in the first round.
So this is also only 5 kilos below his current PB of 150 kilos. That was a very easy opener there.
Certainly was.
3 white lights.
And it puts him in a big lead. In fact, I'd go so far as to say that will give him the gold medal in squat, in bench press.
I would have to agree, I think.
You don't have to.
Well, you know, I want to keep on your good side.
If you listen to the camera crew, they'll say I don't have a good side, which is why I'm this side of the
nods around
camera.
here.
I think my good side is this side of the camera. What do they know? Now, Plutus Kumi, as you correctly predicted, going to match his personal best in the second round. It's a battle, and it's there.
So 3 white lights. I imagine just a 2.5 kilo jump.
Yeah, he seemed really close to his limit there. But it was a good fight, kept it moving.
Good fight. He's always had a slight issue with lockout in terms of his sticking point.
Okay. Three solutions to that problem. One is work with bands, 2 is work with bands, and 3 is work with bands.
Some insight coaching knowledge here.
Chains are an option, but they're harder to carry around. Bands for the lockout. Now this is Kremens, also going 122.5. Oh no.
Slightly a bit too heavy there,
Yeah.
but he did get a PB on his first attempt, so we'll see if he can give that one another go.
And although Kumi managed the 7.5 kilo jump, generally that is too big a jump in this weight class. So, you know, we're getting a PB at 115 and then jumping another 7.5 was perhaps a little bit more ambitious. Alberto Herrera, 127.5 kilos.
So this will be a 2.5 kilo PB for him.
And it'll put him to 4th place in bench. Oh, that was a good bench press.
That was very fast PB. 3 white lights from the ref as well.
After what me saying about 7.5 being a big jump in this class, he just made me look even sillier than I normally look. Now another, well, more reasonable jump, 5 kilos perhaps for Jost, going up from 125 to 130. Again, combating the Lithuanian heat with the sweatband. Oh, that looks good.
So yes, that was 3 white lights.
Mikhail Yazak, 130 kilos, next man out.
So this will be a 2.5 kilo PB for him on his second attempt.
Yes, he started just 2.5 below, and this will be 2.5 the other side if successful. That looks good.
Ooh, 2-1.
Well, we were getting an indication of butt up from the technical crew. Only one of the side refs spotted. Oh, there it is.
There it was.
Clear daylight.
He got the lift, but I think I have to watch that on his last attempt.
Well, the thing is as well, when one referee spotted it and another one didn't, then they're going to be on the lookout for it next time. Now, Chizikov, 132.5. equaled his PB with his opener, trying to take it 5 kilos further. That looked good from this angle.
And it was 3 white lights. So that's a nice 5 kilo PB there for him.
Jesus Javier Carante Perez next. 135 on the bar. This will put him into second place in the bench press. And he is heavier than Savalieu. So if Savalieu matches him, he will go back into second place. But there's another round to come, of course. Gets a start command. Look good.
And it was 3 white lights, adding another 5 kilos to that already newly set PB he did for his first attempt.
Savalieu, same weight, lighter body weight. This to put him into silver medal position with, remember, another round to go.
So this will equal his current PB of 135.
Been very impressed with him today. Grounded out. Got faster as he went through the lift.
And that is 3 white lights for him for that lift.
And last out, Nativel from France. Not really in the running for an overall medal, but pretty sure of bench gold.
So this will equal his current PB of 150 kilos. So he's benched this weight before.
If you leave Eddie Berglund out of the equation, which you really have to, this is a super impressive weight, isn't it?
It is a big
150
bench.
at 66. And good Eddie Berglund knowledge, by the way. I couldn't recall for a moment who the record holder was, and you were right in there. This is Natival, 150. Already assured of the gold. Just to push it a little bit higher. Wow.
Looked easy enough. And that's 3 white lights for him.
One round of bench press to go. Well, just had it pointed out that the Frenchman's knees and feet seem to be holding onto the bench, but the referees didn't pick it up, so it's all good. And Alex Cremens, third round, 122.5. Missed it last time. It'll be a big, big PB if he can make it. Listen to all the Irish support in the hall. Oh, he's go, yes.
Oh, that was good.
What a battle. No, the
sadly
butt came
not.
up, we think. Let's have a look at the replay.
Great determination, though, to finish that lift.
No, butt didn't move. I don't know what that yellow was for. I really don't know. With looks of confusion all around. Feet were fine, knees were fine. If the head had come up, it was the head referee that would see that, not the sides. But Plutus Kumi, 125. This for a new personal best. He seemed very close to his limit. The jury is moving. I think that is going to be overturned. Well, he's talking to the head referee. I should say the chief referee. Well, she's saying for buttocks, and the buttocks didn't come up that I saw.
So I have a feeling that he potentially might not be taking this lift and saving himself for deadlifts. He's not in the waiting area.
No, it's a Swiss lifter. Maybe he just heard who the commentators
Potentially.
were and, couldn't face coming out.
No. Sometimes it is a sensible move if you know that you're not going to be able to execute the lift to save yourself. He now has gained himself more time for the deadlift round. So
he did seem to be pretty much on his limit with his second attempt. So I think they're going to overturn the red light on the Irish lifter because I heard the head of the jury say, "You didn't see the butt coming up, did you?" Yes, I think that's going to be overturned, and Kremen's lift will be good, and he really fought for it. I think he deserves that lift. But meanwhile, this is Alain Yost, La Suisse, 132.5 on the bar.
He's getting himself hyped up for that.
And yes, the scoreboard has changed, and Kremen's third attempt has been ruled good by the jury. This is Yost, 132.5.
Oh, he's battling it.
Well, he's got it, but will it be whites or will it be blues? Let's wait to see.
Oh, 2-to-1 good lift.
2 whites, 1 blue, and he gets it. Let's have a look at that one again. Or maybe, yes, here we go. Yeah, it went down. He bought one there. It was only very fractional, but that was my first thought, I have to say. One of the referees saw it, the others didn't. Alberto Erraith, 132.5. Big PB if he can make it. Must be confident after the second one, putting another 5 kilos on rather than 2.5. And he's got arms that look as if they were made to bench press.
Drives it up.
Oh, that's a great battle. 3 wide lights.
And that's a 7.5 kilo PB for him there, so he should be happy with that.
Well, I think he certainly was. More Spanish celebration. Now, Chizikov, 135 kilos for him, and Yazak. And remember, Chilikov is the lighter of the two, should it come down to body weight. This would put him from 6th to 2nd.
So this would also give him a nice 7.5 kilo PB from his previous personal best.
No, not quite. Still got a good PB, and as we said yesterday, if you fail with a lift that's only 2.5 kilos more than a lift you got, you've done absolutely the best you can do on the day. Yazak.
So again, his previous PB was also 127.5. So this will be a nice 7.5 kilo PB for him as well.
Yeah, he beat it with a second, this to add another 5. Not going anywhere at all. 3 lifters to go. It's Karante Perez next. 137.5 on the bar. This will put him from bronze to silver medal for the time being. In fact, yeah, he's heavier than the Belarusian.
Yeah. Interestingly, they've done exactly the same attempts as
Yeah.
well, so they are definitely chasing each other on this lift.
Yeah, and the Belarusian is the higher lot number, so he can afford to just follow. Gets a start command. Big drive, that's going. No, it went down.
There was downward
it's
movement
going to be
there.
blues. It's going to be blues, I'm afraid.
Sadly,
Well, he
yeah.
got one white light, but 2 blues. And it's a no lift for Karante Perez. So it means Savalieu is guaranteed the silver medal in bench.
So this will be a 2.5 kilo PB.
Not only that, the first time he will ever have benched 300 pounds, which is a little bit of a barrier.
Yeah, that's a good number.
It's a nice
to hit.
milestone. 400 is better, but 300 is good. Oh, he's battling it as before. Slow off the chest, but it gets better and better as it goes through the stroke.
3 white lights,
And
he's
that
happy
is
with
3
that.
white lights for Savalieu. He is delighted. Now, 1 lift to go before we go to a break and prepare ourselves for deadlifts. Florian Natival, 155 kilos.
So this will be a 5 kilo PB. He equaled his PB on his second attempt.
Quite convincingly, it has to be said. So what do you think his chances are?
I think good chances in this one. Based on the first 2, this
Have
should
to
move very
agree.
well. He's a very technical bencher, quite a big arch.
Oh yes, yes. That looked like some openers I've seen this week.
3 white lights.
And that ends the session. And just to summarise, in the 66s, the gold to Nativel, the silver to Savalieu, and the bronze to Karante Perez. And what a fascinating session of bench press that was. Lots of talking points. Did you enjoy it, Lucia?
I did. It's always interesting when there's some controversy over calls, but yeah, it was very good. Now on to the deadlifts.
Now on to the deadlifts, yeah. As Ralph would say if he was here, and he will be back tomorrow, the competition only starts when the bar hits the floor. Join us again, 10 minutes, see all the deadlifts as they happen. And welcome back to Kaunas in Lithuania. You join us just before the start of the junior men's deadlift in the 53 to 66 kilo classes. If you've been with us before, you will know that we're running two back-to-back flights, the 53s and the 59s in flight 1 and the 66s in flight 2. I'm joined again in the commentary booth by Lucia Puricelli. Welcome back, Lucia.
Thank you, Martin. Good to be back.
Still enjoying the experience?
I am, yes, it's good. This is the most exciting part about to happen, so.
Yes, indeed. It always really gets exciting when we get into the deadlifts, particularly third round deadlifts, and it's where my voice and my throat tends to suffer. But it's all in a good cause.
It is.
And of course, Lucia, if you haven't been here earlier, Lucia has a particular interest in the 66 kilo class because her partner, Putis Kumi, is lifting in the class representing Great Britain. Before that, we have the 53s and the 59s. First up is Dmitry Makar from Russia in the 53 kilo class, and he is opening on 140 kilos. Lucia is now thinking of a career in commentary.
I am, yeah. I might give up lifting altogether and just come sit with you guys for.
It doesn't pay very well, but you see weird and wonderful parts of the world.
Exactly.
So Dmitry Makar, 140 kilos.
So
We just want to see everyone get the first lift in, and that way everyone makes a total. Nice and easy.
And that's 3 white lights. So that was quite a bit below his current PB, but he's got room to, I think, jump quite a lot from that. So.
Yeah, and it's a case of just not sacrificing what you've got. You know, when you're in a class of 2 and you're guaranteed medals, don't beat yourself by opening too heavy.
Exactly.
And don't beat yourself up for only being in a class of 2. It's not your fault. Other people didn't turn up. If there was anyone better, where are they?
Exactly.
And that was the Lithuanian Solis, very quickly on and off the platform. He's the one we had all the dramas with in the bench press.
Yes. No dramas with this deadlift.
No,
though.
he finally managed to get through in the third round bench press. Joshua Jacob. $160 kilos. Jacob, the other lifter in the 53 kilo class. Once he is lifted, all the remaining lifters in the first round will be in the 59s. No. Oh, that's what the Dutch lifter did with the very last lift of the sub-junior event.
Sadly 3 reds, but 2 more attempts here.
And of course, he needs to get a lift in.
He does.
It didn't seem particularly difficult. I mean, sometimes it comes back down because it's too fast.
Yeah.
And you get a bounce back at the top, and then it's no lifted. Now, Rostislav Babiuk from the Ukraine. Born in 2000, still 19 years old, just into the juniors. Remember, you're a junior if you're under 23 on the 1st of January of the given year. That's good.
That is 3 white lights for Babia.
Being coached in the corner there by Vasil Orbets. Piotr Bieliski.
So he is actually opening very close to his personal best. His personal best is 167.5, so...
Will this be a risk? 165 on the bar. Double overhand grip. Difficult to see from that very front angle if the shoulders were back, but yes, it was good. Looks better from that angle. Now, Aliavsol 180 kilos for the 22-year-old British lifter.
So this is 10 kilos under his current PB of 190.
He favours the opposing grip and sumo stance. It looked really good.
That was extremely fast for an opener. And 3 white lights.
Now William Kovac, Czech Republic, 185 kilos on the bar.
So his personal best in this lift is 200 kilos.
So he should have little difficulty making this opener. And indeed he had little difficulty making his opener.
So
that's what an opening deadlift should be like. Arkadiusz Kosteski. One of the easier Polish names to say.
So this is, so his current PB is 195.5.
Yeah, he's the Polish junior record holder, opening only 3 kilos below that. Obviously feeling good today. And that was quite comfortable.
And that was 3 white lights for him.
Next up we have Denis Pavlov of Russia. And we're just seeing the first round out, and we'll talk a little bit more about overall positions after we've seen the next 2 lifts, because we'll have more of an indication where people actually are rather than where they are projected to be. Oh,
That was very lovely. And
that
is
was
3
like
white
someone
lights.
just walking on to show you this is how you do a deadlift. I'll just use a lightweight for demonstration purposes, and off I go, and now you give it a try. That was so casual, so easy. Julien Gutierrez from France, last out.
So this will actually be a 2.5 kilo PB for him on his
Yeah.
opening attempt.
Yeah, he's got 207.5 on the bar. 205 is his PB. Again, must be feeling good. Must have trained on his final year as a junior. So this will be his final international competition as a junior lifter. No.
Sadly, 2 to 1 red lights.
Well, he got 1 red for not completing the lift and 1 for downward movement. I think that was a bit tough, to be honest.
Slightly, and he's got another 2 attempts at that, but yeah, quite harsh.
The joys of international powerlifting. The things that get given in the village hall don't get given in front of the cameras. Now, Makar, we're into the second round. And Makar is suddenly leading the competition because Jacob didn't get his first lift in. And that is 152.5, and that is good as well.
It was 3 white lights, and that was a very easy second attempt.
Now Šaulis from Lithuania, 155. I think the sun must have been shining when his profile picture was taken.
Yes. Oh, slightly too heavy, that one today.
Unfortunately. Again, he's so quick. I looked away for a moment and the lift was over. Now Joshua Jacob, well, big lift coming up because he was nailed on favourite to be European champion and it all went wrong at the top. First time of asking. Must get it right this time. Say, if anything, it sounds counterintuitive, but maybe he should pull it slightly slower.
Slightly
so he
slower.
doesn't get that bounce at the top. He'll be giving this all his attention. Make no mistake about that. And he did pull it slower.
And that seems better.
Yeah.
3 white lights.
Oh.
So he's on the board, and I think that will potentially secure him first place.
I think he can delete potential, though, well, it's not all over.
Not all over.
I mean, Makar's gone 170. Oh, well, no, he would have to go huge.
He would, yeah.
Yeah. So this is Piotr Bieliski. 170 kilos. Funny how it was, well, not funny, but interesting. It was both the French lifters that got red lighted in the first round. Everyone else got greens. That looks good.
That was 3 white lights and a 2.5 kilo PB for him there on his second attempt.
Now Babiuk from the Ukraine, 175 for his second attempt, going up 10 from his opener. Opener looked very comfortable. Rostislav Babiuk, 175, wearing the blue and gold of Ukraine.
Oh, two to one good lift.
Yellow.
I think he's starting to tip back there at the top. So we got the down command just in time.
Interesting one, but he moves on. Now Afzal Ali, he is taking 190 kilos.
So this will equal his current PB.
10 kilo jump. Oh, his first one was really easy.
He has had a very consistent day today. I don't think he has missed a lift so far.
I'm jealous of his hair. As are the rest of the crew. Wow, that was easy as well. PB on the cards next time round?
I believe so. So that's 3 whites, and yeah, I believe his next lift will be.
I just
very
wonder
good
if they'll put in something big next time to give him a chance of a deadlift medal.
Potentially.
British coaches have a habit of doing that. Arkadiusz Kosteski, he is going 200. Very long arms. It's one of those where you think he's halfway and suddenly he's finished.
So that is 3 white lights and a 4.5 kilo PB, which also increases the Polish national record.
We've got Kovac next. 200 kilos, same bar weight for him. The loaders must love it when two people come out and do the same weight and they can have a little break. They've been working really, really well this week, keeping everyone safe. I can remember only one misload in 3 days of competition. Looks good.
And that's 3 white lights for Kovac, which actually equals his PB, so he'll be looking to get a new deadlift PB on his 3rd attempt.
2 lifts to go in the 2nd round. Remember, after the 3rd round, we move on to the 66s. This is Gutierrez, didn't get his opener. We thought, I think it's fair to say, Lucia, a little bit unfairly when we looked at the replay. But he got a red and a blue, and it seemed to be locked, and it didn't seem to come down. There didn't seem to be any hitching, so... Oh no, he's going to get blues for that, I'm afraid.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Sadly, yes, 3 reds.
Oh dear, dear, dear. And suddenly one of the favourites for an overall podium medal is just going backwards all the time. Because even if he gets it, I suspect, well, he may still be safe for bronze if he makes his 207.5 next time. But he's just leaving himself exposed where there's no real need to. Now this is Pavlov, 215. Good fight.
And that's 3 white lights and a 5 kilo PB for him.
And at the end of the 2nd round, just to tell you where we are, Pavlov leads 525, Kovac 2nd 480, Kostecki 3rd 470, and Gutierrez nowhere, but if he were to make it, he would get 487, and that potentially puts him into silver medal position. Although Kovac has a lift to go to 490. We'll call each lift in turn as it comes out. And the first one out is the very, very fast Saulis from Lithuania, 155. Missed it last time. Much better.
Not sure what happened on that 2nd attempt then.
Sometimes they can just lose it slightly forward, feel it's not there, and not waste any more effort in it. Now Makar from Russia, 170. Well, it's a big, big lift for the young man. No, there's been a change. It's Joshua Jacob next. And he is going 175. Makar is going for gold in deadlift. Can't catch Jacob overall.
No.
But potentially can beat him in deadlift. And although you got 2 changes in 3rd round deadlifts, because Josh Jacob is doing 175 and Makar is a lower lot, he wouldn't be able to drop. 177 is what he has to do. But this is potentially for all the golds. Squat, bench, deadlift, total. Looks good.
And that's 3 whites?
Yeah, in fact, in terms of deadlift gold, it made no difference at all whether he lifted that or not, although from a personal performance point of view, it's excellent. It all depends upon whether Makar can do 177.5. Didn't move. Brave attempt. It was way over. sorry, that wasn't Makar. My apologies. That was Bieliski from Poland, missing 175. I do apologize for that. Now we've got Makar from Russia, and this is an attempt to get deadlift gold in the 53 kilo class. He is 12.5 kilos over his PB with this attempt. Oh, he's got to move in. Oh, what a good battle, but no, he's told to put it down.
On the lockout there.
He wasn't going to give up, was he?
Great effort from the lifter though.
That was powerlifting at its finest. He knew he wasn't going to get it. He still wouldn't give up and had to be told by the referee, put the bar down. Now we've got Babiuk. He's going 182.5, 400 pounds, just over.
So this will equal his current PB.
And keep him in 5th place in deadlift and keep him in 4th place overall. Solid performance throughout the day, just shy of the medals, only just. Oh, that looks good.
And it's 3 white lights. That was a lovely finisher.
You know what, Lucia? All 3 of his deadlifts have looked the same. The fact that the weights got heavier, the lift has looked identical each time.
Very much so.
Now, Ali Absol.
So
Sorry, Absol Ali.
I think it's quite a conservative 5 kilo jump.
Yeah, it'll keep him in 4th place. I thought the British coaches might give him a Hail Mary for 3rd, but he would have needed 200. In fact, he would have needed 202.5, and they probably felt that that was just too much, and let's take the PB and move from there.
So this will be a 5 kilo PB.
No, couldn't quite finish it. Just seemed to come out of his hands.
Yeah.
Now, Kosteski from Poland, 210 on the bar. This will put him to silver medal in deadlift for the time being, put him from 3rd to 2nd overall. Taking his time, just gripping and re-gripping, getting everything right in his head. No, just too much.
Bit too much for today.
So still in bronze medal position, but he can be overtaken. This is William Kovac. He's ranked 2nd overall behind Pavlov, and this would put him from bronze to silver medal position in the deadlift.
So this will be a 10 kilo PB should he make the lift. His current PB is 200 kilos.
Remember, Gutierrez is still to come. Without a lift on the board yet, and it could change everything at the top of the leaderboard. No.
Just a bit too heavy today.
Gave it everything he had. And now we have Julian Gutierrez. Well, big lift coming up. If he gets this lift, he gets a silver medal in deadlift. He gets a silver medal overall. If he doesn't get the lift, he bombs.
He does.
Wow.
All the crowd are getting behind him
He's
as well.
going for the silver medal. It's all about control and stability at the top. And the referees will be looking for any movement.
No, I think
yes,
that's
that
all
looks
right.
good. That looks good.
Yes.
3 white lights.
My gosh.
And Gutierrez goes from the edge of disaster to the triumph of silver in deadlift and silver overall.
It's just keeping the French coaches on their toes.
And the commentators. One lift in the 59s, and then we go to the 66s. This is your champion, Denis Pavlov. This is the lap of honor. 225 kilos on the bar. Already the deadlift gold medalist, already the champion. Can he finish in style? Can he add 15 kilos to his deadlift PB and 17.5 kilos to his total PB? No, never going to move from there, is it? But he is the champion. He is a worthy champion. Pavlov takes the gold, Gutierrez the silver, Kovash the bronze. And in the 53s, Jacob with 410 beats Makar with 362. And we move on. We can hardly pause for breath. We move on to the 66 kilo class. And as is often the case, the last man out in bench press is the first man out in deadlift. This is Florian Natival.
So his current deadlift PB is 200 kilos, so this is just 10 kilos under that.
Looks good.
And it is 3 white lights. That was a very quick lockout at the top there.
And just to warn you in advance, the Spanish lifter, well, one of the Spanish lifters, Carante Perez, is opening on 251. That will be a new European junior record. But before that, who have we got here?
So we have Plutus Kumi of Great Britain, opening on 210 kilos.
Quite well below his personal best. Better say nice things about him. He'll be watching this back later.
I know, I need to be careful.
Don't be that careful. Xavier won't give you expenses if you're too careful.
Oh, I see.
So Plutus Kumi, 210 kilos, and of course again we look for a solid column of green in the first round. That way every lifter makes a total. Looks solid.
It's 3 white lights.
Oh, well, he got away with one there, you know. He let that bar go before it hit the ground. But no one's moving in the jury table. Needs a smack for that.
So this is actually opening 10 kilos above his current PB of 205.
Alberto Jerez. Only been competing a year, but really improving like many of the Spanish lifters.
That was very solid.
Yeah. I think he could have held that for another 10 seconds if he'd wanted to.
And that's 3 white lights.
Let's do a bit of grip training while we're out on the platform. Chizikov. 220 kilos for his opener. The same weight as Savalieu, who will follow. Looks good from Chizikov.
And 3 white lights. That was a very good lift and only 10 kilos under his current PB. So I expect to be setting some new PBs on deadlift today.
Now, Artzian Savalieu, also 220. Right on his PB.
It is. Some very impressive lifting from this young man today.
Yeah, 21 years of age.
Wastes no time.
It's hard to believe that was his PB.
Yes, I know. 3 white lights for him. I imagine he'll be putting a lot more weight on that bar.
Yeah. Michael Yasak. 225 for him. 4 to go in the first round.
So his current PB is 235 kilos. So there's only 10 kilos below that.
Sensible place to open. And again, tempted though I am to talk about totals, I'm just going to see the first round out, and then we can talk about totals in a second. Look good from this angle.
Yep, and 3 white lights for him.
Now Alain Jost, Switzerland, 227.5 kilos for him.
So this is equal to his current PB. Oh,
No.
just tip forward slightly
Yeah,
there.
just lost balance. What do you think might have caused that?
I think it's quite a common thing with a lot of sumo lifters, that balance is quite a big issue. I think he just needed to pull his shoulders back just a tad more.
Yeah. Do you do sumo yourself?
I used to do sumo.
Or are you a proper
I've
weightlifter?
switched to the proper way of doing things, so yes, I'm now a conventional lifter.
And what can I ask? What prompted the change while we're between lifts?
Yes, so I think I just wanted to. I think I always pulled sumo like a conventional lift, and just a confidence thing as well with me. But
Okay.
deadlift has never been my favourite lift. It's all about the squat.
So this is Alex Cremens from Ireland, second last out. 227.5 on the bar.
So again, opening.
Oh wow,
very good.
yes. Has to be a good chance of an Irish medal.
3 white lights. Some very, very fast openers in this round.
Now we have a European junior record attempt with his opener by, would you like to say the name, Lucia? Not really.
Perez.
Jesus Javier Quirante Perez, España, 251 kilos.
So according to our sheet here, 240 kilos is his current PB, so this will be an 11 kilo PB
Yeah.
and a new record.
And an opener.
And an opener. Makes you wonder what's to come.
Paco, he knows what's to come. Double overhand grip.
My goodness, that flew.
How easy
And that
was
is 3
that?
white lights.
And that's a European junior record. Into round 2, and you wonder where to go next.
Exactly, and I think we are yet to see a conventional deadlifter in these all two flights.
Yep. We had a few this morning, including young Ray Bowring, who posted the biggest total of the sub-juniors. And I see that Kumi is taking no further part.
He is, no. I imagine he's probably injured his hamstring. He has torn it twice in the past, so he did walk off holding it.
Maybe we could let him off with a wee minuscule drop then. Maybe he did that when he felt the hamstring go.
Yes.
Oh dear. So this is Nativel, 197.5. Nope.
Just a bit too heavy.
Well, it was within 2.5 kilos of his PB.
Someone's flipped the magnet switch on the platform.
Alain Jost, well, he got halfway up and then it went forward and he just lost control of it. I don't think it's a strength issue as much as a technique issue.
I think if he just pulls his shoulders back, keep hold of it.
Get the hips through a bit sooner to keep balance, because it's when the hips stay back that you lose it forward. Hips through, shoulders back. Feet down, hips through, chest out, 3 white lines. He listened to us.
He did, and that was a lot better. 3 white lights.
Now Chizikov. 230 now for the Russian.
So this will equal his PB.
So he would hope to do this and take it further with his third. No.
Oh no.
Just too much.
He's got another attempt at that.
Yeah, I didn't see anything technically wrong with it.
No.
Now, Alberto Jerez again. He's taken another 15 kilos. Taking it up to 230.
He is very ready for this.
Gives a little roar just in case they didn't notice he was on the platform. This will put him for the time being silver medal position in deadlift. Of course, a lot of lifters still to come, and from 4th to 2nd in total. That's good.
And he is happy with that, I think. 3 white lights. And that is a massive PB for him.
Yeah, the first one was, and
yes.
that was 15 kilos more. Now Savalieu, he's taken another 15 kilos as well. And he is leading in total. This will put him to 615 and put him from 7th to 2nd in deadlift. Well, that's a big jump. Shows how closely matched they all are.
Oh, no.
That's, well, if you remember, 220 was his PB. He jumped 15 kilos.
He did. 220 was extremely fast.
And he is on 600, and he is now exposed, because unless he is playing games, Chizikov, if I'm looking who's in 3rd, Eraith is in 3rd, Kirante Perez, his 2nd lift would take him to 588. Well, could be some late drama here yet. This is Yazak, 237.5.
And
Two
that
to
is
one.
2 to 1.
I was hesitating on that one.
Yes, but it was a good lift.
I think, well, not sure the right side was fully locked out, but he didn't get reds. Now this is Alex Cremens of Ireland, who just blew the bar away, 227.5.
So
And I don't think he's got any thoughts of gold with what the Spaniard has done and may do, but our genuine chance of a silver medal. This will take him from 5th to 2nd in deadlift. 7th in total.
And this matches his current PB.
Well, that's good again. It slowed him down a little bit, but not enough.
So that's 3 white lights for that lift.
And Karante Perret is going 263. And this will be another European junior record deadlift. And it'll put him within 12 kilos of Savalou. Savalou is lighter, so realistically it puts him within 14.5 kilos. No, actually puts him within 13, so, well, let's just see this first of all. Because he has the chip. Oh, that's good. That's good. Should be 3 whites.
2 to 1.
2 whites. Well, the center referee didn't think he'd locked it out properly. Have a look at it again. I didn't see anything wrong with that.
It looks
Knees
fine to
locked,
me.
shoulders back.
He got the lift though.
Yeah.
New record, new PB.
And if he
Smashed
can
his
go
PB.
12.5 kilos more, there is a chance he will be the champion. Into the 3rd round. Natival. Missed 197. Well, he's taking 200 to equal his personal best. And would give him a 540 total to equal his total PB as well. He couldn't get it moving last time. Can he bring more fire to the platform for his last lift of the day? No, same results. As you say, magnet switch engaged.
Magnets are on, but he did get a gold in the bench, so
Yeah.
he doesn't come away empty-handed today.
And that would have been what he was expecting. So he's got what he's come for. Now Chisikov is next. 230 kilos again. He missed it last time. And he's ranked just outside the medals, only on body weight. And this lift would put him back into silver medal position. No.
Just a bit too heavy today.
So he finishes outside the medals. And the likelihood is that it will be 1 medal and 1 Belarusian and 2 Spaniards on the podium, but we still have no idea of the order in which they may appear. This is a big lift from Savalou. If he can make this 235, he probably puts himself out of reach of both the Spaniards. If he can't, he will forever ask himself the question, why did I make a 15 kilo jump from 1st to 2nd? I thought he'd already tried, and yeah, he's told to go away. Well, he is now exposed, and one of the Spaniards is lighter than him, The other Spaniard has the chip. Oh boy, is this building.
It's all to
Alain
play
Jost. We've got some smiling, anticipating Spaniards very close to our commentary position. Now, Alain Jost. This for 237.5.
And this will be a nice 10 kilo PB for
Yeah,
him.
nice way to finish. And it'll give him 560. He's already in 550, so he's got a total PB, whatever. But this would make the total 10 kilos more and give him a deadlift PB as well. Yes, that should be good.
And 3 white lights.
He's had a good day at the office. Big total PB. Now we get down to the business end. First of all, Alberto Herrez. 240 on the bar. This, well, he's sticking on 240. This would put him to 592 and into silver medal.
He is ready for this lift.
This for silver in deadlift, silver in total. But Kirante Perez still to come. No, just too much.
He has had a very good competition though.
Well, he finishes on the podium. His reward for a good competition will be a bronze medal at the European Junior Championships. Alex Cremens, 240 on the bar. This to give him deadlift silver for the time being. Perhaps more importantly, to guarantee himself a medal of some colour.
So this will be a 2.5 kilo PB and also a very big 20 kilo PB on his total.
Yeah, he's put 17.5 kilos on his total, whether he gets this or not. It's going. I think so. I think so.
And that's 3 whites.
3 white lights. And it's a medal for Ireland. Now we got Jacek from Poland. This to move from 4th to silver medal in deadlift, and he would be guaranteed a silver medal. And we have got a huge pool coming up after this, but let's see Jacek first. No, just too much. I hope he hasn't injured himself in the process. Hopefully that's just a touch of cramp. And now, the final lift of the session. Jesus Javier Carante Perez, who has broken European junior records with his first and his second lift, has to put another 12.5 kilos on the European record. And if he does, he will catch Savalou, and he will win the European title by 0.5 of a kilo. He has chipped the 275.
I think this is the loudest the room's been today.
Listen to the noise in the hall. Kirante Perez with a huge weight in the bar for an improbable gold medal. Is it possible? He takes his time. Double overhand grip.
Didn't.
No. He got it moving.
You had to go for it,
Brave attempt, of course he did. There will be 2 Spaniards on the podium, but the man at the top of the podium will be Savalou from Belarus. And what a spectacular end to the competition. Have you enjoyed yourself, Lucia?
I have. It's been great fun. Thanks for having me, guys.
You're very, very welcome. Very, very welcome. And I hope Putas isn't too badly injured. Please wish him well.
I will do. Thank you.
From all of us in the commentary booth. We have another session today. It's the junior women from 43 to 52 inclusive. It starts at 1800 local time. We're 1 hour ahead of Central European time, 2 hours ahead of UK time. Please stay tuned for the medal ceremony, which will follow shortly. But we will now take a break from the commentary booth. Please come back for the lighter junior women at 6 o'clock this evening. Until then, from Lucia and myself, bye for now.
Here, please. 1, 2, 3. Thank you.
Best results in deadlift. Bronze medal with a result of